Bonsoir, tout le monde. We are back for episode 5 of Counterfeit Monkey. We're joined by the usual crew, although in different Zoom instances. So if you'd like to say hello, everybody who's on the call.
Hello, Rosie here, and I've got
Lee, I know. What the heck?
Yeah, I'm on my own. Svandy's here.
And Woody here.
Hello, and I'm Mike, and I am here as well.
You're here, not her.
I am indeed here, not her.
Good. Okay. Last time we finished on a downhill, right? We'd just discovered something, or we'd acquired some things, and we were ready to move on, and we stopped when we were not stuck. So hopefully this time we know we can go and do some stuff immediately, and we won't be stuck at all, and that will just cascade and lead to more revelations and problem solves for the rest of the hour. So I'm just gonna crack on. I'm gonna reload or restore where we are. Obviously, where are we? Must be that one. Okay, yes, we're at the private beach. We have acquired a funnel and some sage. We also have found a bit of the path where the bushes stick out, and there's something behind the bushes, but there's too much. What was the stuff that's there? Kudzu. Too much kudzu in the way. We need to figure out a way of getting rid of the kudzu. So we had two options. We need fuel for the car, and a funnel obviously will give us fuel if we remove the ends. But it also occurred to me that the sage might give us gas if we reverse it and remove the E. So let's try both of those things. So let's try remove N from funnel. With a distinct whiff of volatile fumes, the funnel turns into some fuel. It looks like a generic canister of unleaded gasoline. Okay, so it's actually in a canister. Maybe we can pour it without needing the funnel. And maybe also Emily Short has chosen to use the term fuel to avoid the discrepancy between petrol and gas in the UK and America intentionally, which would make sense from a game design perspective of someone that we know is understands both cultures. So right, let's go back up the winding footpath. This is where those bushes are that we can't do anything with yet. We can go up to Roget Close. Oh, I didn't check to see whether the pronunciation of Roget was Roget or Roger. That's something that might be worth looking at for no good reason. But we could place sage on pedestal and then remove E from sage. We reset the device to E. There's a flash of red light and the sage turns into a sag. The sag comes in the form of a doll-sized house with a distinct dip in the roof. There's a dismissive blat from the monocle, and transposed over the sag is a faint greenish image of some sage. The mirror rotates in a leisurely fashion. Oh. Woody, you just subscribed and I just got a subscription notification. I didn't realise those were turned on, but fantastic. That's literally the first time that's ever happened during a stream. Which does beg the question why you didn't subscribe to us previously, seeing as you're actually playing the game. But anyway. The mirror rotates in leisurely fashion, and when it's done there is some gas. It looks like a generic canister of unleaded gasoline. There's a dismissive blat from the monocle. So we have both some fuel and some gas. We have 2 canisters of unleaded gasoline. So indeed, there are 2 solutions to the puzzle. I mean, maybe we need both. I don't know. Maybe one of them is wrong. Maybe we need the doll's house, or the doll-sized house. I have no idea. But unless anybody has anything better to suggest, I'm going to go and fill the car up.
No, but it also feels like it is also possible that you're right, that we will need a funnel. But let's experiment.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back here. The car is parked illegally next door. Oh, what? The door to my parents' house opens and my father comes out. He's talking over his shoulder. Sorry, dear, but someone has to be on call. My mother answers from inside, but we can't make out what she's saying. Surge on the grid, father replies. Could be an unauthorized synthesizer, but more likely... Yes, exactly. I'll try to be home before the fireworks. He closes the door behind him. Hastily, I take off our monocle and palm it. Father shouldn't recognize us in our current body, but wearing expensive bureau equipment in his presence would be a terrible idea. We put the monocle into the backpack. Close backpack. We don't dare drawing father's attention. I'm going to have us stand over here as though checking on the health of the neighbour's lawn, shall I? My father sees us from a distance and gives a neighbourly wave. Happy punctuating, he shouts. I wave back rather weakly. He gets on his small red scooter, checks his helmet and revs off to the south. Off apparently to investigate the synthesizer that put us together. That will go slowly because of the holiday, but I'm guessing there will be bureau investigators crawling all over the south side of Old Town in an hour or 2. How interesting. Okay, he seemed unfazed about the fact that there's a car parked illegally. I've just been wandering around with a monocle on. But, you know, I think I said at the time I'm going to wear it until it's the wrong thing to do. Clearly, as we get closer to bureau people, we need to be a bit more careful. I guess that also explains why it keeps telling us that our backpack is open for all the world to see. So, I'm going to close the backpack now. And I guess if we're going to have to get them...
Sorry, Chris, that also sort of slightly changes my view on the whole game, where we'd sort of we sort of just decided that actually it's just a simple game of going around finding these word puzzles and solving them. Whereas it now sort of is adding an extra layer of...
Yeah.
Do we need to avoid certain people? Is there a possibility of being arrested in court? Is there a time limit to this?
Yeah, there's a bit of surreptitiousness.
Yeah.
That we need to figure out as well, clearly. It still feels like we're just in the very early stages. I know this is episode 5, and maybe we're not the fastest solvers, you know. But yeah, there seems to be like a whole, you know, we've only really explored a third of the map, and certainly like it feels like, you know, there's more than 2/3 of the game to go. But okay, Alex's dad is off to investigate the synthesizer that that put us both together. Okay. Let's see. Put fuel in car.
Is it also... I mean, my assumption is that the spike that he's in power, that he's being told about, was using the synthesizer to meld us together.
Well, yes, it is, because that's literally what Alex just told us. She did say that.
Yeah.
Honestly, we can look in the incredibly tiny writing of the scroll back.
Well, I think what it said was that he's gone to investigate the synthesizer, which is the thing that put us together. I'm just saying that the spike that he's investigating was actually the spike caused by it being used. It's the same thing.
Yes. So Alex says off apparently to investigate the synthesizer that put us together, but he said it could be an unauthorized synthesizer.
Well, couldn't it suggest that there's someone else being synthesized as well?
I mean,
Or our dad is investigating us.
I mean, it does sound like synthesizing people is a very rare occurrence. But that this immediate suspicion from the expert is that this power surge was caused by an unauthorized synthesizer. And Alex says apparently to investigate the synthesizer that put us together. Although, you know, apparently does mean that Alex is making an assumption, and we know what assumptions do. Anyway, our score has just gone up by 3 points because we put fuel in the car. Put fuel in the car gives the response, I deeply fear automotive maintenance, but I can just manage to pour in the fuel. And I think that's done it. So that was the fuel. Presumably we still have the gas. Some gas. Yeah, we do.
Did we have 2 loads of gas before?
We had 1 load of fuel and 1 load of gas. So presumably I could have said put gas in car. And we would have been left. It looks like it's consumed the funnel. We don't have anything remaining. Like we don't appear to have the container even.
So we've lost access to the funnel.
Correct.
Yeah.
We still have the sage, I guess.
Yes. Then if we did it the other way around, vice versa, I guess we'd lose access to the sage but still have the funnel. So that's worth bearing in mind. The container isn't just lying around, presumably. Nope.
Come on, let's go for a drive.
Enter car. Drive car. What do you want? What do you want to drive the car? Okay, just try. Does it mean where? Drive east. The car refuses to run properly. Evidently you got us a lemon. It's going to take some tuning up before it will go.
Do we need to put the oil in the car as well?
Yeah. In my limited interactions, I think we tried this before, didn't we? Put oil in car. In my limited interactions with motor vehicles, I've always taken the machine to a garage for any corrective work. This includes topping up the oil. The car is empty. Enter car. Let's drive west. It just refuses. Okay. Tune car. I'm not good at this sort of thing. I mostly leave repairs to the garage. Huh.
There isn't any garages close to us, is there?
I mean, I don't think we've come across anything like a garage, have we?
No, I don't think so.
Look at the engine. It's a little. Oh, it's the same description as the car itself. It's a little larger than a toy, but that is what you want when driving on the streets around here. Any substantial vehicle wouldn't fit down the winding drives.
We need a tuna fish.
Tuna.
Just like from fish, playing fish. We needed to find the tuna, didn't we?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, except we actually need it to say tuna, not tuna. So it's not the pronunciation. It's not what the word sounds like that's important. It's how it's spelled. Okay.
But we also think that it does. Have we been told that it needs oil?
No. We
We've
just
been told
have
it-
motor oil.
Right.
We turned a fossil into a foil and a foil into what appears to be motor oil. It is sludgy and black. It's in a can. It's weird that I can't even... It just says the car needs some tuning.
I can't even think of anywhere to take it to.
No, we'd have to convert it back into a chard and carry it with us. Maybe that's something that we need to do. But yeah, where would we take it?
Have we passed any music shops?
Music?
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Yeah, tuna.
Yeah,
Oh.
something you can tune.
I see, yeah. Tuning fork, you mean? Or a piano tuner.
I know that this doesn't really feel in keeping with this game or the style of this game, but do we have access to, or can we turn something into something that might be used by a piano tuner? So do we have a whistle or a bell or something that makes a note that we could then use to tune the engine? But every time that we try to tune the engine, we get the same thing of going, we should take it to a garage. Do we have any clues if we do? What can we think about and memorize and goals and any of that stuff?
Our goals are still find transport for getting past the traffic on High Street, meet your colleague Slango at Counterfeit Monkey. Our score, we've got 3 points for fueling our car. And the accomplishment is just finish tutorial mode.
I wondered actually whether it's just not working because we need to take the car down to the street. So it's just the game is stopping us from
Could be.
driving randomly around, like inside the cinema or something.
I mean, I can get the chard. I can go back. Actually, where are we here? We're at Crumbling Wall Face. Is that as far north as we can go? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. A metal ladder of 4 rungs. Yeah, I don't think there's something we can use. Old city walls. There's an inscription gouged out of one of the blocks. We've seen this a few times. Made of ashlar blocks. It's a strange word, isn't it? To judge by its different shaping and colour, the defaced block is something borrowed from an older building to make up a new wall, taken out of a church or mosque, or perhaps even a Roman fortification. in some earlier era. It was once inscribed with a message, but whatever it was, the foreign language writing has been completely chiseled away so as to be illegible. Yeah, I just thought it was a strange word that might make up another word if we removed something, but I can't see what.
Yeah, we were just writing it backwards as well to see the same.
Doesn't resolve. Monumental staircase. You can go south to Heritage Corner. Have we been there? East to High Street and west to Park Centre. Okay. South to Heritage Corner, southwest to Fair, east to High Street and west to Park Centre. Let's go south. Oh, this is where the diorama is. Yeah, this is outside the hostel. So let's go southeast to High Street. Hustle, bustle, dirt, ugly American chain shops, lots and lots of people. There seems to be a large organised protest in progress. Protesters completely crown the sidewalks to the southeast.
The garbage, take the B away.
Garbage.
Oh, well done. The curb is lined with garbage. We reset the device to B. There is a distinct spearmint flavour, and the garbage turns into a garage. It is a small but well-furnished garage for minor tune-ups and repairs. It even comes with a mechanic. A surprising touch, since letter removers are usually legally prevented from creating living persons, but sometimes there are glitches if the people are not created directly. Well avoided. The mechanic nods at us. Okay. I need to make the car again now. How do I do that? Okay, I've made a card and then remove R from card. Oh, D. D from card. There we go. I'd like to ask why the car does not run. Ask mechanic why the car does not run. There appears to be something wrong with my car, we tell the mechanic. He has the somewhat cow-like expression of all fake people, but he nods gravely and has a look. It hasn't been maintained, he says, on inspection. You got any motor oil?
Yes, we do. We've solved some puzzles.
Will this work? Can we hold out the oil? Should do, he says, rolling up his sleeves. He goes to work on the car. There is no small amount of banging and muttering, but finally he stands back and announces that he believes it is now in working condition. We want to thank the mechanic. Your score has gone up by 3 points and is now 21. Thank mechanic. Thank you. That was a great help, we say. He nods. We want to ask whether the car's fixed. Is the car fixed? Is the car fixed now, we ask. The oil is in, the mechanic says. Should run all right. Okay. Enter car. And drive southeast, which you've never been able to do. Ta-da! We switch on the ignition and the car comes to life. Smelly, trembling, putt-putting life, but still not bad for something we conjured out of a vegetable picked outside my parents' place. Roundabout, jammed into the car. We are jammed into the car with our knees almost at our chin, looking out through the bulbous little windshield. The motor is growling like a house cat with pneumonia. The traffic flows in a tight circle around a statue, which we can never see clearly. The The hundreds of people are carrying angry signs and wearing slogans. Confusing signs point in various directions. Northeast to Deep Street, northwest to High Street, south to Long Street, east to Tall Street. The car is making an unpleasant raspy growl. Your score has gone up by 5 points and is now 26. So look at the score. 3 points for repairing our car and 5 points for travelling by car. Well, that was the easy bit.
Do we want to go to Deep Street?
So south is Long Street, east is Tall Street. Yeah, northeast is Deep Street, which is towards the Counterfeit Monkey. And northwest is back to High Street. So
I want to confirm that one of our goals has disappeared.
yes, it has. So we are meet Slango at Counterfeit Monkey only.
So should we continue just trying to get the Counterfeit Monkey?
Yeah, and fully expecting to be stymied in our attempt.
Yeah.
Okay. The road descends steeply from the southwest to northwest, passing between white concrete buildings to provide access to the marina, the fish market, the docks, and a bar or two. The street is in deep shadow, protected from sunlight from almost any angle by its narrowness and by the height of the walls. We can go northwest, southwest to the roundabout, east and west from here. The car is making an unpleasant raspy growl.
Do we still need to be in the car?
Maybe not. Should we just stop it and get out and see if we can... We switch the ignition off, we swing the car door open, we climb out of the car. So we can go east and west. It looks like west is Outdoor Cafe and east is the Aquarium Bookstore.
Do we want to take the car?
Take it.
I don't know. Do we want to just leave it here?
We can take it.
Might be safer.
Mm-hmm. There we go. It's interesting. You can't say rub car with gel. It says, how would that even work? But you can say rub gel on car. And that works. Do we want to just stop here and have a little look, or should we just head straight northwest?
You want to save?
Oh yeah. Good shout. Okay. Let's just go for it. Northwest, fish market. Not very fishy at the moment. In fact, all the real trade happens in the early morning. Then there's a period of tourist trade when the seafood sale tails off, and most of the purchases are of polished conch shells and starfish. And then a little after noon, the area clears out completely, leaving only briny rivulets on the concrete. A tall, stern woman is standing in the middle of the market. She wears the black caped uniform of an authenticator and a monocle. Ooh, a monocle just like mine, and I don't think I want her to see us. Just east of here is a rusting corrugated tin building, which was built to house various possessions of the fishermen.
Yeah, we're going to show up as two people, aren't we?
Yeah.
With a whole bunch of contraband on us.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I wonder if she's going to identify all the stuff that we've got on us that is converted. Including our gel. Let's look at the woman. Ex-woman. She isn't looking our way yet, but she will be any minute now. Interestingly, we can also... Oh, I guess if we go south, we get to the outdoor cafe. But we really want to go north, so I think I'm just going to try it.
Go for it.
You assess the distance and work out that there's too much open space between us and cover if we head north. The tin hut to the east is the only real option. Okay. Tin hut. Most of the light in here comes from circular windows punched into the tin walls just under the ceiling. From the inside, the building looks both larger and more sound than it appears from the outside. There are plenty of sturdy struts supporting the roof and keeping the walls upright. Various tarpaulin-covered masses fill the room. A trap door is set in the floor. Sometimes smugglers and forgers have been known to stash things in here, since the building is close to the docks but rarely attracts the interest of customs officials. We catch our breath and look over our belongings to see if anything suspicious is showing. The D-remover and the plans might be a little too conspicuous. Ominous sounds come through the windows, but we're at the wrong angle to see out. So is it suggesting we should stash things here? Is that what it's saying? We should open the trapdoor and stash contraband before we go past the woman outside?
I was actually wondering whether it meant to hide it in the backpack, but perhaps you're right.
Well,
Yeah.
let's go down and see what it says.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if we could put some of that stuff in the backpack and walk past her. I'm tempted to do that as well. So it's a D-remover, the monocle, surely the restoration gel. We do have a few other bits on us as well. We've got the gas, we've got the ale, it was an apple.
You think we need to restore everything?
I don't know. I'm tempted to save and just try a few things out, but yeah, maybe we should go down as well. So the monocle is in the backpack, isn't it? So put okay. Oh, plans. Oops. Okay. Oh, more racket comes in through the windows. Okay, we can't see out the windows. Let's look in the backpack. Okay, so we can take the jotter out. And I'll try put the plans in. The plans would be much too long. Right, so they don't fit in the backpack anyway. So
Yeah.
we can't just hide things in the backpack and get past her. I guess the plans are like blueprints, right? Like a long tube of blueprints or something. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's go down. We open the trapdoor. Crawl space. An awkward, low, concrete-lined crawl space beneath the tin hut. It smells somewhat like animals. In spite of this, it clearly gets a bit more use than anyone would like the customs officials to know about. The trapdoor, wedged open by nothing, admits the only light. The only significant thing down here is a crate. The trapdoor makes a creaking noise and slams shut again. I do not like being in the dark in a confined space with potential rats. Sorry, I'm getting us out of here. You can come back later. We're back in the tin hut. Okay. So interestingly, it said in that description that the trapdoor is wedged open with nothing. Which sort of indicates that we need to wedge it open somehow.
Yeah.
To stop it closing and plunging us into darkness.
Yeah. The other thing that I noticed, but I've got no idea what it means, is that the one thing that was down there was a crate,
Yeah.
which we can convert into a rat, which is the thing that we're supposedly scared of.
Can we?
Yeah. Just
Right.
get rid of the.
Sorry?
But
Unless a rate is a thing.
Yeah.
I don't think a crat is, but a rate might be.
I mean, apparently a sag is a doll's house with a dodgy roof, so
It's a fair point.
Let's not talk about keys.
Well, let's look at these tarpaulin covered masses, shall we? From the shapes visible under the blue plastic, it appears that they are probably tables and stalls, buckets, signs, and other necessary features of the fish market when sales are in progress. There's a flattish area we could probably scramble onto. Okay. Climb area. We identify the sturdiest looking part of the construction and clamber onto it. The trapdoor makes a creaking noise and slams shut again. Oh. Is that a timer? It allowed us to do one thing then, didn't it? Two things. We came back out. The trapdoor was open. We looked at the top, at the masses, and then we climbed on top. That's two moves, assuming that looking at things costs a move, which is not necessarily true. And then it shut. Well, that would be enough for us to get a crate, potentially, if it's the crate we need to wedge it open. But we are now on top of it anyway. Let's try looking through the windows from here. We put an eye to one of the windows. The authenticator is still in sight. Two assistants are in the middle of arresting a man for selling germ-based gems. But she is ignoring this play and looking for something or someone else. Germ-based gems. I'm tempted to look at the authenticator with the monocle on. Oh. Ah. What? Oh, I can't spell monocle.
I was going to say, have we lost it?
No, I just can't spell. Okay. Oh, okay. I said look at authenticator. What I meant was look at the person who is the authenticator through the monocle, but it's interpreted authenticator as the monocle itself and giving me the description for the monocle. Okay.
Look at woman.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Okay. I think we can just look out of the window.
Yeah, look out the window now.
Yeah, no, look out of window just gives me the look response, but look through window.
She's not likely to have been anything else, though, is she?
What? We put an eye to one of the windows. The coast looks clear. No one from the customs house is doing a sweep at the moment. Do we just go?
Yeah, we'll just ignore all the clues about hiding stuff and just what could go wrong?
I've just gone outside and there's no... We're at the docks. Okay. There's obviously something... There's something we're probably going to need to solve with the trapdoor in the crawl space, but to get past the authenticator, we just need to be able to climb up on top of the tarp, look out the window, and wait until their attention is elsewhere before nipping out.
I mean, we did do what it suggested, which is we hid in under the top.
Yeah. I mean, also, I was going to say the customs house is further east, but that looks like that's where we could get to from here. So maybe we don't use the crawl space to get there. Anyway, we're at the docks. Here are some dozens of boats tied up. Some of them are small to medium-sized fishing craft, some tourist boats for trips around the island, some merely ferries to the deeper harbour where the cruise ships anchor. To the east, up a moderate rise from the sea-level docks, is the imposing exterior of the customs house. The classical look is only a little undermined by the public service posters along the front. There, passports are inspected and cargo passed under authentication, foreign items renamed or confiscated, and suspected smugglers interrogated. Immediately west, a sign advertises a pub called the Counterfeit Monkey. Okay. Passports are inspected and cargo passed under authentication, foreign items renamed. I wonder what we need to do in the customs house. Well, let's go and talk to Slango and find out what the hell we're going to do. West, Counterfeit Monkey. It takes a minute for us to adjust to the light in here. Built when people were a bit shorter and ceilings were a bit lower, the Counterfeit Monkey is always smoky and never well lit, even in the middle of the day. And Slango is not here. This is bad. Even I can see this is bad. What happened to your confidence in your team? Where are the guys who are supposed to get us out of here? Something must have gone wrong. Help you? Asks Parker, the barman, unenthusiastically. We want to ask whether he's seen Slango.
Gone up to 2 goals.
Oh, yeah. Well spotted. Okay, ask people around here if they've seen Slango, and then meet your colleague Slango at the Counterfeit Monkey. This could be one of those things, right? Like, you get a goal, and then you get lots of other goals that you need to complete in order to get to the original goal that you've had all along. Okay, have you seen Slango? Okay, ask barman, have you seen Slango? Weather. He has seen Slango. I wonder whether you've seen an associate of mine, we say to Parker. Name of Slango. Parker looks over the bar at us. He comes in here from time to time, he says. A very regular customer. Always has about 3 rum and cokes. This is a lie, and therefore a test. Slango doesn't drink alcohol himself and doesn't permit drunkenness in his crew. I like to challenge Parker about the rum. Okay, I only understood you as far as wanting to do something to challenge Parker about the rum. Oh, run, sorry. There we go. Must be a different Slango, we say. Mine's more of a root beer man. Thanks anyway, though. Oh, that Slango, Parker says, thoughtfully moving the origin paste sitting on the bar. Thoughtfully moving the origin paste sitting on the bar. He's been around town the last couple of days, but not today. If you know his lady friend, you might try her. Lady friend? This can only mean Lena, she being the only female native with whom Slango spends much time socially. But you wouldn't have guessed that she'd advanced to the status of lady friend. Either way, Lena is a rather odd woman who keeps a used bookstore off Deep Street. We could ask whether we can have the origin paste. That origin paste for sale? Well now, he says, grinning. That would surely be illegal, would it not? Origin paste is, after all, a controlled substance in this country due to its unhappy association with fraudulent activities. On the other hand, there is no law against someone winning the origin paste in a completely legitimate game of chance or skill. I can see you all laughing, but I can't hear. I can never hear anyone laugh at this game.
Sorry, take myself off mute and laugh. Yeah,
Just unreal.
let's play some rigged game of chance to win some origin paste.
Yeah, whatever that is. How to win. Ask how to win. Explain this game as though I have no idea what you're talking about, you say, leaning on the bar in an interested fashion. Are you flirting with Parker? No? Okay. Good to know. It's a designated challenge game, says Parker. You've seen this played before, but he explains the rules anyway. There are 2 contestants, one challenger and one defender. The challenger chooses any object he likes and shows it to the moderator ahead of time. Excuse me. The defender, without seeing the object, stipulates a general category. The challenger has 5 minutes to turn his designated object into an item that fits the defender's category, or he forfeits his ante. Oh my god.
So I guess we're going to have to choose an item that's quite flexible regarding what we can turn it into.
Yeah. So we choose an item. We say, I don't know, a chard. And then the defender says...
An animal.
Yeah.
No, we don't say chard. We show chard to the judge. And then without knowing what it is...
Yeah.
The defender...
We have to actually show it. Yeah, chooses any object and shows it to the moderator.
Yeah. But the defender has to name a category without seeing it. The defender, without seeing the object, stipulates a general category.
Yeah. But I mean, how many general categories are there? You could say... I mean, you could say, you know, political organizations. Good luck turning a can of gasoline. Anyway, something makes you think of past experience playing games.
Check on memories.
Yeah.
It might be a good one to save before we play.
Yeah, good point. The 3 of you are watching the contest at Counterfeit Monkey. This time the prize was a bottle of Dove Wing Absinthe, and the latest contestant was trying to letter remove her way to an object the size of a pebble. Slango lifted his root beer. These guys are in a rut. It's all make a liquid and size-based challenges. I want to see some demanding categories. Strawberry scented, paisley, pachyderm themed. You shrugged. People remove tiles, you said. You can get a letter made tie any colour you want. Huh. Import category 5, Brock said. Now that would be a strong challenge category. Under Atlantean customs law, import category 5 means things that are edible but not fruits or vegetables. Everything from drugs to chicken breasts. Clear, but it rules out a lot of overly productive agriculture words. Then we're back in the present. Okay, so we should use import category 5 to defend, and we should use tiles to make ties, which can then be any colour we want them to be.
So, he wants to give this to us.
Is he going to make it easy? Yes, that's true.
So I think he's being nice to us. So I think we should take that as a clue. And I think we now need to find an object that we think we can turn into a category 5 object, because that's what he's going to choose as the category. Because he's remembers this game or something. I don't know.
Oh my god, okay. See, we haven't done this before. We've just gone by, like the last few people we've talked to, we've just gone by the suggestions in italics. But if you ask topics, there's a whole bunch of stuff we can ask about. How long he's worked at the bar, what he thinks of the bureau, whether he hates customs officials or whether he believes in God. But what about the game? What was the...
That's the first thing it says, isn't it?
I'd like to play the game. Oh, was it? Oh, we want to play the game. I'm sorry. So, oh my god. Someone help me out with the phrasing.
Just write barman, we want to play the game.
Try someone.
Okay. Yes, barman, comma, we want to play the game. I'm not sure what you're trying to express there. That isn't how it works. But sorry, it's gone. What do you think? You up for a try at the origin paste? We could play the game. So maybe just say play the game. I'd like to play for the origin paste, we say. Excellent. Oh, I did mention the small matter of the entry fee. I get out the rolls of bills and he peels off 2 20s. Thank you. Now you pick your entry article and I'll ask one of these good gentlemen to suggest the defence category. I mean,
We had a conversation last time about objects that we had that we thought we could turn into lots of different things.
Well, chard is the one that was described that way.
Yeah.
Is this where we use the jotter or the lime or the yam or something?
Maybe.
Or the asparagus.
Pear?
But I mean, what? I'm not sure whether we have to use our letter remover or what kind of tools we have. I think we're just going to have to give it a crack. I mean, what should we give him the chard because it was supposedly able to make it into lots of different things.
I would imagine this would be the point in the game that we'd use one of the other objects. And that's us. We've got to figure out which object to use based on those memories.
Maybe, but I mean that was in the description that you know, people grew chards because you could make so many different things out of them. But I don't know, maybe we just have to be lucky. I hope we've got a big enough roll.
That one seems like the object with the most options, doesn't it?
So I've said pick chard. Right, says the barman, the chard it is. He turns towards the group assembled around the dartboard. Anyone want to defend against this character? With a nod to you. Something smaller than a pebble, suggests a woman in the front row. She passes forward her own ante to the bar and the game is on.
Oops. Might be a very small card.
It might be. I mean, what have we got that we could turn into something smaller than a pebble anyway? It does also occur to me that there's a whole load of stuff we haven't explored yet that might contain objects that we should be using for this.
And we don't even know whether the origin paste will just do the same thing as the gel anyway.
We don't know what the origin paste is for at all. It must do something different. Can we? We can only remove things.
Well, I guess you're just going to make a card, aren't you?
Mhm.
We reset the device to H. The child gives way to the card. This time it's the fool. A shiftless young woman is carrying a loaded backpack, striding across a sunny landscape. A winner, says the barman, straightening up. What do you know? The origin paste is all yours, darling. This produces a squawk of surprise and irritation from the defendant, and you get the impression that this game has been agreeably fleecing tourists all day. Pity you had to come along and spoil it. Your score has gone up by 3 points and is now 29. I guess our card is smaller than a pebble.
It's a very large pebble.
Yeah. I mean, somewhere in this game there must be a list of things that are smaller than pebbles.
Or it doesn't matter what you change it into. He will claim that it's smaller than a pebble and give you the paste.
Okay, well we could reload. We could test that theory. I'll restore it and turn it into a car, and then we'll see what happens. How about that?
You could do that in your own time.
Well, it's nearly 8 o'clock, so. But our score has gone up by 3 points and is now 29. We could ask whether he has any other games going.
I'm going to have to step out now, so see you next
No
week.
worries. Cheers, Woody. Enjoy your day.
I mean, can we look at the paste?
Yeah, of course.
Find out what it does.
So is there anything else I can win? Any other games going? Parker laughs. Not until tomorrow, kid. He says, we only run one game a day. Examine paste. A cake of pale purple. It is able to disguise letter-reformed objects so that they don't look like obvious frauds or even show up under authentication. The only problem with it is the distinctive smell. The origin paste is powerful stuff and worth a good bit of money. Okay. So we have to smear paste all over our stuff.
I wonder what it smells like.
We have another solution to a problem that we haven't encountered yet.
Smell paste. Lavender wafts back at us. And we get 3 points for winning a barroom bet. I mean,
Well, let's go to the bookshop. Let's do what we were doing and just
yeah,
follow the trail of
we
where
really are about to
us
run out of
going.
time. I'm going to save it here under a new number. I'm just wondering what we should like. Well, okay, let's try. Let's go east. Docks. There's nobody here. No authenticator. Let's just go straight south. Fish market. Nobody here. And I think it's south again to the cafe. Oh yeah, you wanted to go to the...
We wanted to go southeast and then east, but you can now go east and east again. We've not been to the cafe
The bookstore. No, we haven't. Okay, I'll just read the description. From this slightly raised terrace, tourists have a view of the activity in the market and out over the docks. Curiously, there's an acquaintance of yours here. Nexami Ngio is at one of the round black metal tables. He's a musician, the front man of Ngio. Your gang helped him out with some customs issues because of his unusual name. Nexami nods to us. Watch out. That table next to you has something sticky spilled on it, and indeed there is a spill. You're about to lean on it nonchalantly. I'm inclined to say thanks for pointing out Spill, or ask what he's doing in Atlantis. We should probably look at the Spill with our monocle and ask those things, and then go to the bookstore.
We
But
can
it-
also, if we get the Spill, we can turn the Spill into a pill, which is probably something that complies with whatever it was, Section 5.
Yeah, that's true too. But it is now gone 8 o'clock. So once again, we're on a downhill trajectory. We've done a bunch of stuff. We've solved a bunch of stuff. Even if it was unlikely in the game. It must be hard to determine whether a playing card is, or a tarot card is, bigger than a pebble. Depends which angle you look at it from, I suppose. Weight wise, maybe. But that's it. We'll reconvene back in our normal configuration next Monday. I hope you all enjoyed it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for playing.
Ah.
Bye.
Bye.